a brief introduction and try to be concise. We are already running short, like late on time. So, Nirav Shah. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Nirav, are you able to listen?
We can go to next guest, Lakshmi. Like we are just looking for
If we are looking for just a brief introduction, if you can give a brief introduction, if any guest want to go. We'll take from offline itself. Like you can just stand and give your quick introduction so that everyone knows. Myself, Pratham Tripathi. I'm working in VTM and my manager some kind of public speaking seminar are going on, and I think that you can join us for benefit. Thank you so much. You can take a last guess and then you can just go.
Everyone, my name is Ranuja and I am from Nagar.
Thank you so much. The guests who are left online, we will take your introduction at the end because we are running short of time and time is money. So we will keep moving forward. So as mentioned, this meeting didn't start very smooth as expected. But I, as a presiding officer or president, I have to give my speech or basically message that I want to deliver to you all. The message that I wanted to highlight here is Roger Federer. I know, like after listening or hearing to this word, many trophies or amazing games that came flash by your eyes. You might not have seen his game, but you might have heard him in news or somewhere else. 103 single titles, 20 Grand Slams, 130 million US dollars in career winning prize, 90 plus $1 million in endorsement, and only player or first player to cross a tennis player to cross $1 billion, a billionaire mark, a legend of a game. That's a Roger Federer. I'm not here to help you out or make you aware about this tennis step, but I am using this opportunity to let you know how, as an editor or as a public speaker, he was, and how, like, I rather
action. If you are able to do right kind of action, then you will able to get the right kind of result. And again, this action, which is the parameter that defines this action, is our emotions, our feelings. And these emotions are actually driving force for our action. So I would like to ask you one question. Before answering one question, I will tell you that there are two types of emotions: positive emotions and negative emotions. Right? So what are our positive emotions? Happiness? Yes. Yes, what? Happiness. Yes, very good. Satisfaction. Yes, very good. Peace. Peace. Very good. Next. Joy. Joy. No, we don't know. What are the separation there is our emotions. Yes, love, anger, anxiety. Very nice. Very nice. Still have so these are our emotions. There are two types of emotions, right? Positive emotions and negative emotions. Happiness, joy, blissful, courage, confidence, excited. These are all positive emotions. Negative emotions, stress, sadness, unhappy, unconfident. These are all negative. Well, when you are doing something, when you are with positive emotions are inside you, that means when you are doing something with positive emotions, the actions you will do, that actions will be when you are in confident state, you will do actions which are related action. If you are doing relevant action, that relevant action leads to desired result. When you are in negative emotions, that means when you are sad, you will not be able to do right kind of action. Your actions will be irrelevant actions. And when your actions are irrelevant, you will not get desired results. Your results are not as per expectation. Right? So our emotions play very important role in our actions. And our actions play very important role in our result. Right? So this confidence, this sadness, or this excitement, these emotions, when you see somebody is a confident person, most of us, we are thinking that this confidence is depend upon the external incident or external event. But the actual case is that why a person is confident? His feeling confident is the end result. Feeling confident is the end result of a particular process. For example, suppose you want to make a tea, and the tea is a very tasty tea. The tasty tea is the end result of a particular process. We have to mix milk, sugar, water, all the ingredients in proper proportion. Without mixing all these ingredients in proper proportion, we are not able to produce that quality of tea, right? So, in the same way, our state, whenever you are seeing somebody in a confident state, that state is also combination of particular ingredients. There are some ingredients of that state. Any state. It may be your sadness, maybe your confidence, maybe your faith. Whichever state it may be, that state is the result of some ingredients. And today I want to share with you what are those ingredients. Because once you understand those ingredients, you can take control of that ingredients. And you can go in any state. You can go in the state which you want to go. And if you go in that state, you will do these are required actions. If you do required actions, you will get these actions. So, whenever you see somebody he is confident, for example, if you see those persons came here, she is confident, she is looking very confident. Whenever she is speaking, whenever she is doing any role, right? So, if you see the states, this is the state. Right? This state consists of three ingredients. first one is body language. The second one is focus and beliefs. Focus and beliefs. And the third one is language. If you see her body language, she is confident. Why? Because she is using her body language in such a different way. Her eye contact is with each and every speaker. Right? If you see her hand movements, that hand movements are in alignment with what she is talking. So the first thing she is doing is using her body language. Otherwise, without using her body language, we cannot see her as a confident person. Right? So in order to feel confident, when we see any person, a confident person, without using this thing, and without using your belief, what she is thinking about herself, and what language is going inside her mind, we cannot see her as a confident person. So if you take the control of this body language, her focus and her language, she is always talking positively with herself. And without taking control of these things, we cannot go in any state. Whenever a person is sad, that person has to make his body language of sad person. He has to sit down. He has to shrink his body. He has to stop negating himself. And without doing these things, you cannot go in such sad state. Are you getting my point? Yes. So if this is the case, you can take now you know this thing, right? Now, whenever you are sad, if you ask yourself the question, how is my body language? My body language, you can take the control. You can take the control. You can switch yourself from the state of sad to the state of happiness. You can check your language. You can switch your language. I'm not confident. I'm not the catch. You say the language of the sad person. You can switch your language. Whatever communication you are doing inside there, you can switch your communication. So this is I will explain more about the state. But before recording the other parameters of our state, I would like to start. I would like to introduce the tactic for today's meeting, and for that purpose, I would like to welcome Toastmaster through the timer for today's meeting. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today I will be taking over the timer. Time is free, but it is priceless. Time is something that we can't own it, but we can use it. Time is something that we can't keep it, but we spend it. Once lost, it will never come back. That is the value of time. So today, as a timer, it is my role to time the tabletop speakers, the prepared speakers, as well as the evaluators. For the evaluators, the time limit will be between 2 minutes to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red card. For the tabletop speakers, the time limit is between 1 minute to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will show the red card. For the prepared speakers, for Ashish, Jahangir, your time limit will be between 5 minutes to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I will show the red card. For the icebreaker speakers, that is for TM Mona and TM Ashish Anugopal, but time limit will be between 4 minutes to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will show the green card. At 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will show the red card. Also, for other role players, to keep the meeting in sync with, I will show the yellow card before 30 seconds, and I request you to complete the role as soon as I show the red card. Thank you. I would like to Toastmaster to the most experienced Toastmaster of please explain your role. Toastmaster, please welcome Toastmaster. Thank you very much. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. First of all, I would like to apologize for the time delay and technical issues for which we will be definitely taking care to next session, right? Because how interesting share is that you definitely have a lot of things to take home from this. Don't get carried away by the services. The session will be very interesting later on. Now, my role today is half order. For guests who do not know, half order role is basically to make the speech beautiful. They are like a makeup artist. Makeup artist will give a lot of touches so that the speech is beautiful. So, timer, the grammarian, I half order does that work for it. Now, if you're traveling in a train, train sucks, train stops in between very often. The journey will not be good. So our counter takes care of that. Please avoid speaking in between words like and, in, so, that's why, right. Some people also actually every now and then. This takes away the essence to speech. So try to use words which are not repeated during the time. And track of this idea is that you use one sentence. If you use big sentences, you will always have something in it. So I ask all the speakers, I'm going to show that there are beautiful speakers there, and they will try to avoid this sort of errors. And I will keep account and report only the major errors getting made. I will not pick out of the small tasks. So I wish all the best to speakers as well as those tasks to take.
Now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Kumar, Reverend for today's meeting. Please join your hands to welcome Toastmaster Kumar. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good is the enemy of great. How many of you know what this? This is the famous my chief authors in his book, Good with Great. Now, grammar is one of the key parameters that can differentiate between a good speaker and a great speaker. And that is how it is important that we focus on our grammar. So, once again, happy morning to everyone, Toastmasters, guests, online guests, and online Toastmasters. Today, I am saying over gravity. My role as grammarian is to pay close attention of the language and not so good user. At the end of the meeting, I will be on the stage again, submitting my report. Before that, I would like to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Now, word of the day and the phrase of the day, just for the information of the guest, that in every meeting we introduce one good word of the day and phrase of the day, so that you can also use the same in your routine vocab, because English is all about vocab. So, the word of the day today is versatile, meaning it is able to add up many different functions or activities. How we can use it? For example, Gitanjali Nayak is one of the most versatile Toastmasters of Vadodara Toastmasters Club. She always uses word of the day and phrase of the day in her speeches and in her role. She will give demo today as well. You will see it. Her phrase of the day is back to the drawing board, meaning used to indicate that an idea, scheme, or proposal has been unsuccessful and that the new one must be resolved. How we can use that? The EXCO Vadodara Toastmasters Club went to the drawing board after sensing the lukewarm response of the member and decided to change the meeting method. And now the response is not so lukewarm, it is very hot. With that, over to you, Toastmasters. Please, now I would like to request you all please congratulate all the faculty members for explaining to the first session of today's meeting, that will be the next session. And on this session, before going to first speaker of today's meeting, I would like to call Toastmaster Sansita, evaluator one for the Toastmaster Ashish to explain about this speaker.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. For the benefit of guests, Toastmasters comes with its own set of parts which you can enroll in to enhance your skills in particular area. Could be leadership, could be presentation, could be becoming a speaker in particular area and motivational speeches. My target speaker today, Toastmaster single A, is going to give a speech from the pathways dynamic leadership. This is just level 1 project 2. The purpose of this project is for a member to give a speech, receive feedback, and then implement. This is his second speech, which means he has already given his first speech and received the feedback. He is going to implement those feedback and present his second speech. The title of the speech is Attitude of Gratitude. And the please note, you've already mentioned the title is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Ashish, and over to the demo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Ashish.
There is something that you know about me, and it's very personal. There is something that I know about each and every one of you present here, and it's very central to your concerns. There is something that we all know about everyone we meet anywhere in this world, and that is that we all want happiness. In this, we are all together that we all want a happy life. A life with a great job, financial stability, a perfect family, and a great social life. However, in this definite pursuit of happiness, how many of you have spared a minute every single day to be thankful for what you have in this very moment? Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. You might be thinking, one talking about happiness, if my speech is around gratitude. How is the connection between gratitude? Sorry. There is difference between happiness and gratitude because there are a lot of people in the world who have everything with respect to home, job, money, and other materialistic things. But deep inside, they are not happy. They're not happy with their life. They're not happy with the purpose. They're not happy with their relationship. On the flip side, there are people who have gone through misfortunes that we ourselves do not want to have, but they are deeply happy because they are grateful. They take a wider look while looking at life, and they appreciate all the good things in it. So it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, but it's gratitude that brings us happiness. It's hard to believe that gratitude could actually have measurable impacts in our lives, but there is science. According to a research, gratitude has been to better mental health, better relationships, better self-awareness, and most importantly, a sense of fulfillment. Yeah, there are a lot of uses of gratitude. So we can say it is one of the versatile aspects in our life. There's a short story that I would like to tell about how gratitude could actually have impact in our lives. There was a poor blind boy who used to sit on the stairs of a building with a head by his feet. And he held a signboard which read, "I'm blind, please help." There were a few coins in the boy's head. At that time, a man was walking by. He saw the blind boy, took few coins from his pocket and dropped into the boy's head. He then took the signboard, turned it around to write some new words, and he gave it back to the boy in such a way that the passers-by could actually see the new words written by him. As it turns out, a lot more people were giving money to the blind boy, and this made the boy more curious to know what has been changed on the signboard. And that afternoon, the man who has changed the sign returned to see how things were. And as he was approaching towards the blind boy, the boy could actually recognize his footsteps and ask the man, "Were you the one who changed the sign this morning?" The man said, "I only wrote truth. I said what you said, but differently. I wrote, today is a beautiful day, but I cannot see it." See, both the signs spoke the same thing, but the first sign simply said the boy was blind, while the second sign conveyed to the passers-by how grateful they should be to see. Now, an important lesson that I learned from this story is that gratitude is a way of looking at the world and all the good things in it with a feeling of appreciation, irrespective of our circumstances. And the best way to cultivate the habit of gratitude is to maintain a gratitude journal wherein you can write the things that you feel you are grateful for. And it can be as simple as being grateful for the breakfast that you ate this morning, or being grateful for the family, job, or great health you have. And another method is to do meditation. And while doing meditation, you can repeat those gratitude affirmations. And I've been personally doing this for quite some time now, and I can say it leads to better health, better mental health, and builds self-esteem. And over the last 2 years, the tough times that we have seen because of pandemic, I couldn't emphasize more on how grateful we are to actually live into this moment safely and healthy. As Mahatma Gandhi said, I was sad because I had no shoes to play football. Then I saw a match. I think this puts everything into perspective. There is always something to be grateful in every moment that we have. There are a lot of things in the life that we can be grateful. It's just that we are blind enough to see them. So it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, but it's gratitude that brings us happiness. Before I end my speech, I will leave you all with one of my favorite quotes that says, "The attitude of gratitude supported by fortitude will take you to the next altitude." Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish rightly said. From your speech, I also remember one quote from Chick Jiglar, that your attitude decides your altitude. How much height you will achieve in your life, that will depend upon your attitude. And if your attitude is right, you can become the master of your state. And the one thing, if you want to do in our life, is we have to master our state. The person who is master of his state is master of his result, right? So now let us move to the next speaker. And before moving to the next speaker, I would like to call Toastmaster Gitanjali ma'am, the most experienced Toastmaster of our club, to explain about the speech features of Toastmaster Ashish V. Toastmaster Gitanjali ma'am. Thank you.
Namaskar and very good morning to each one of you. Toastmaster Venugopal, today you are very special to me because I will evaluate your speech. You will present your icebreaker speech from the part dynamic leadership. The purpose of this is to introduce yourself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note, his allotted timings are 4 to 6 minutes. Your speech title. Who? Me? Toastmaster Ashish, all the best. Present your best without any fear or hesitation. Audience, please give him standing ovation at the end of his speech, as it is his icebreaker speech. Thanks, and over to you, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali ma'am. Please welcome the second speaker, Toastmaster Ashish V, for presenting his speech. Toastmaster Ashish.
Thank you, Geetanjali ma'am, for the introduction. Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep. A very warm welcome and good morning to all Toastmasters and guests, both offline and online. Uh, a Greek philosopher, Thales, once said that the most difficult thing in the world is to know yourself. And for a very long period of time, I would have agreed with him. But over the past 1 week, while I've been penning this icebreaker speech, I've realized one thing, that more important, more difficult than knowing yourself is to speak about yourself. So, as I stand here today to give my icebreaker speech, before moving on to me as a person, I would like to share with you the reasons, the thought process that led up to the decision of joining the Toastmasters. In my opinion, the Toastmasters community is one that helps you develop a multitude of versatile skills, mainly dealing with speaking, planning, and leadership. Now, the reasons that caused me to join this club was to develop my articulation level, so that I would be better able to translate my thoughts into words, so that I would be better able to communicate with other people, and most importantly, so that I would get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because all the great speakers of the past have always said that they've always had butterflies in their stomach anytime before they had to give a public speech before a vast audience. So, moving on to the main part of the icebreaker. I was born 25 years ago in the year 1997 in the city of Baroda, although I have my roots in a town in central Kerala. I did my formal schooling from Baroda, and along the way, I picked up various hobbies such as swimming, reading, playing table tennis, chess, and cricket. The best part of those days used to be the time in the evening when I went out with my friends and we had a game of cricket. But I remember once the headmistress of my school said that while all work and no play made Jack a dull boy, all play and no work would have made him a stupid boy. So let me talk about some of the work that I have done during my school life. The most memorable event of those days what happened in the year 2006 when I participated in a state level competition, a state level mental arithmetic competition organized by a body called UCMAS. It was organized in Ahmedabad, and I got the first runner-up prize for that particular competition. In the following year, that is 2007, the same body organized a national level version of the same tournament that was in Chennai, and I was part of the team that was selected to represent Baroda at the national levels. And thanks to the efforts of my trainers and the coordination from my teammates, I managed to finish at the top of the podium for that particular competition. And many such events happened intermittently during my school life. And before I knew it, I found myself catching a flight from Baroda to Chennai. Chennai is where I did my undergraduate studies. I'm a Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, did my graduation from Vellore Institute of Technology. At that time, it had two branches, one in Vellore and one in Chennai. Chennai is where I did it from. And during my college life, like that was the first time that I was exposed to team level activities, how to work in a team, how to coordinate with other people, how to make adjustments so that we can all succeed together, we can grow together. And it was also the first time that I got a taste of what it meant to live independently, excluding the financial part, which most of us would say is the most important part. More on that later. So that is where I built my team level skills at a foundational level. And it was on these basis, these skills were the building blocks of my life in my professional career, which happened to be the next most important stage of my life. The skills that I learned in my college helped me in my professional life, because they were on a foundational level. These were the same skills that we had to use. Basically, I worked as a project manager for 2.5 years in automotive firm in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. And although it was quite similar to the experiences, somewhat similar to the experiences that I had in college, the difference was that there was a different level of accountability that we had to exhibit while we were employed. So definitely the skills that we had learned in college were something that were very, very useful for us during this phase of life. And today I find myself back in Baroda. I wouldn't say that I'm back to the drawing board. It's more of a life has come full circle type of concept. And that is because this is the city where I began my formal education. And this is also the city where I'm preparing for what might be the last stage of my formal education, that is a master's degree. Currently, I'm preparing for various entrance examinations for different colleges to pursue the MBA degree. And well, there's definitely many more stories to share, but as they say, that these are stories for another time. Thank you.
I would like to request you please stand up and give standing ovation for Toastmaster. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish, for the speech. There are a lot of insights in your speech. And the most important thing that you now know yourself. And there are two most important days in our life, in everybody's life, that the day one is when we born, and the day two, when we know yourself. When we know yourself, we can align ourselves in that direction. So congratulations to you. You have completed your first step in Toastmaster. Now, let us move to the third speaker of today's meeting. And before calling the third speaker, I would like to call Toastmaster Barun, Evaluator 3, to explain about his speech details.
Thank you, Pradeep. Very good morning to Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests. The speaker for the third speech is Toastmaster Mona. Toastmaster Mona. And she is giving her first speech, that is the Icebreaker speech. And the presentation path, the pathway is Presentation Mastery. And the title of this speech is Me to Myself. Let me tell you the objectives of this speech. It is introducing yourself first. Secondly, conquer the fear of public speaking. And third, understanding your skills and weaknesses. So I wish all the best to Toastmaster Mona for her maiden speech. And as the timer said, the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Pradeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barun, for explaining about the speech. We welcome Toastmaster Mona, speaker number 3.
Am I?
Yes, yes, you are.
Good morning, TM Master and dear guests. Today I am giving my icebreaker speech. So I am using the notes here just to remind myself. If I start as Villager Barun said, if there was a born, I born to my parents as an eldest daughter. I have a brother who is 3 years younger than me. I was born and brought up in Mumbai till the age of 7. Because of some unavoidable circumstances, I left Mumbai and migrated to my hometown, which is in Gujarat. Moreover, my school medium changed from English to Gujarati. It was not a huge on that point of time because my agent's cousins were already studying the Gujarati medium. As I grew up, understanding the differences and importance of studying English medium, moving forward. When I was in the primary school, I used to play tennis, and today we saw the Roger Federer speech. We saw the Roger Federer speech. When I was in primary school, lawn tennis, I here and I played school county level. My favorite player is Steffi Graf, and in a my favorite player and in a document. After 10th standard, it was a time to choose like science, commerce, and art. I took science and became the first chemistry graduate. In my parental side of the family, I believe in equality. So if I talk about my mother,
My mother never stopped me to things which are correct, and that gives me the sense of freedom with the responsibility. I successfully finished my college, but yes, in college time is the one of the best time for me. My hometown Morata is very well known for an educational hub. There are bunch of other colleges. Am I audible? Because screen is busy here.
Yes, you are.
After finishing my college, I got the opportunity to go London and studied me an EPDN, which is a National Examination Board for Dental Nursing, and worked there as a dental nurse, clinical and non-clinical dental nurse. I came back from London, UK. In US, I came from London, UK, to Gujarat, and I started working in a US healthcare KPI. First, I worked in RCM and then in posting and billing. The work in a US healthcare KPI was not a roller coaster ride for me. I learned so many skills from there, and I am having so many skills from there, and I use some skills to brush up myself and brush the skills. I also have worked in a crowdfunding for the NGO as well. And crowdfunding, when I was doing crowdfunding, I got to know that I have acquired the skill of marketing and pitching as well. Here I am wrapping up my icebreaker speech, and thank you very much for your time and listening.
So again, I'm happy to know about it. And right now, I would like to request timer to confirm whether all the speakers are completed their speech in time or not, and whether they are eligible for voting on.
Thank you. Good morning once again. Today, Ashish Jangir took 5 minutes. Sorry, 6 minutes. Ashish Venugopal took 5 minutes and 41 seconds. So all the three speakers have a point for today. Thank you.
Now I would like to request Sumas to please initiate the poll for best prepared speaker of the day. So this is the end of our first session, that is the prepared speech session. Now we have to start the second session. But before going to the session, I would like to request 90%. So we can understand about the thing that if you want to go in resourceful state, we have to control our body language, we have to control our, we have to see our focus, we have to focus our language. So how exactly we can control our language? Today I am sharing some of the methods. We can control our language. We can use our language for our data. So how exactly? You right now they are all new Toastmasters, they came here, but when they are talking with themselves, what kind the one method to go into the state of confidence is that you have to ask yourself right kind of questions. So when you join Toastmasters, what will happen? What are the possibilities? What I can learn out of it? What I can learn from there? What are the positive benefits that I will get in the future? If you see the just Toastmasters like Toastmaster Sanchita and Toastmaster Kunal, you have to ask yourself this type of questions. When you ask these questions, you will observe the images. You will see yourself in while performing these types of activities. So that will make you into the resourceful state. So what are the where I joined Toastmaster?
If you want to go into the resourceful state, you have to ask this question: what are the possibilities for me? How I will grow in my profession, right? What are the things that I can learn more? What is there to learn? What is there to observe? How can I observe I more parameters from other speakers? So if you ask right kind of questions, if you take this as a tool, you can take this as a tool to go into the resourceful state. So that is the one method. Now let us start the second session of today's meeting, that is table topic session, and I would like to call the table topic master for meeting, Biswajit, to take the charge of this meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dade. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and our dear guest. Prior to start table topic session, let me brief up for the benefit of our guest. Why do we need this session? Actually, that there might be some questions in their mind. Why do we need this session in our meeting agenda? So, by answering this question, why we need this session in our meeting agenda, this session will help you in your impromptu speeches and also help you while you are in thinking while you are on your feet. And it comprises 4 aspects of communication skill. One is listening, thinking, organizing, and deliverables. Then the second question might be in their mind: how it will operate and who can participate in this session. This session is not only for our members, but also guests can raise their stakes. And how it will operate? I will call them, either the participant can raise their hand voluntarily, or I will call them randomly so that they can start their speeches as per given topic by me. Then the next question might be, what the time span of the speeches. The time span of the speeches will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, our timer will show green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, our timer will show yellow card. At 2 minutes, our timer will show red card. So the next question might be in their mind: is it evaluated? Of course, it will be evaluated, and it will be evaluated by one of our promising evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh. At the end of the session, he will submit his report. So, without much delay, to make you a versatile speaker, we are backing to drawing board, like start the session, table topic session. So let's start with one of our prominent speaker, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Nikhil is playing. Toastmaster Dhaneshwar. Okay. So we can start from our guest also. Guest Sunil can start. Sunil, right? Someone all are playing. Toastmaster Tarun can start. Yes, Toastmaster Tarun. So your topic is which one worse, failing or never trying?
Good morning, Toastmasters. So my topic is
which one are failing or never trying?
So it is always said, if you don't try, you don't know what is it. Without trying, nothing which can be. Any goal or any purpose, whatever you are pursuing in life, if you don't try, just sit idle and think that it will happen by its own, or it will happen by its own too. It will happen by God, way, or by fortune. Then it is not good. You always need to try. Okay, you may fail, you may stumble, you may, but when you fail, you will get experience. Why you failed? Why did you lack? Why did you? What went wrong? So unless and until you keep it inside, you will not. So according to me, it is obviously it is worse not to try than to fail. Like any example, if we take, like if you talk about career or as a student or any competition in life, like you have ability to do it right. So you talk about mindset. it would be like my morning is Sunday, Sunday is to get 11 o'clock. But then I thought that if I would try it now, I would definitely have more time left further to develop or be a better shape now. So that said, like, I tried starting. I stumbled, I thought that I would probably never able to figure out more. But then the more that I tried, more I got now today I more better than I used to be. So it's always better to like wait than again be a thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for a nice articulate speech. I will end this speech by saying that a famous saying, failure is the pillar of success. So until and unless you try, you will not never succeed. So by concluding this, we can move forward to our next speaker, Toastmaster. We can take guest also, guest Hari. Please come on stage. Your topic will be what has life taught you recently?
So good morning, one and all present over here and the online guests as well. So the topic for my today's speech is what life taught me recently. So it's each and every day when we learn something new about our life, living by our, and the daily routine, we learn and earn something. Earning, it's not only about money, it's even about the knowledge as well. So the topic, like the thing which I recently, recently learned about life, like it's been really difficult to mention one specific thing, but the most recent I can say, like, to work upon my body language, because when the last time when I gave my speech for table topic, one of the Toastmaster Tarun suggested me to work upon my body language. Like, your speech is totally depends upon how you are delivering your speech. So he told me that keep calm and just stable your body language. So I'm just trying to work on it to have a more stable body language. And this was the thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keshtari. Now we can move forward to our next next speaker, Toastmaster. Okay. Now we can take our guest also. Guest Dosan. Am I right? Yes. Your topic will be what is the one thing you would like to change about the world? You can take.
Hi everyone. So the topic is what I will change if given the chance. But one thing I will change. And of course, I have thought about it a lot of times when we discuss on the tea with our friends, what we should change. And I strongly believe that education, that bringing education to our society, means the people who are not educated, because today the scenario is that everybody using these peoples for their personal gains, and education to these people will make them aware about the situation, will bring means awareness about all things, and in the they cannot be used. And the best example of the using these people is the politicians. Nobody is cared about the improvement of the society, rather they are taking the benefit of this underprivileged or uneducated people for their personal gains. Thank you.
Yes, actually, as per our rule, we should not talk about the politics. Okay, so please avoid using politics or anything. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Bhusan. Now we can move to our next guest Durgesh, right? Yes. Your topic would be where do you find inspiration? Inspiration.
Hello everyone. So as per the suggested topic, so as an inspiration for, let's take about my career. I take inspiration in my career, like what's the yeah. So yeah, let's speak about inspiration of a leader. Like I always used to follow the role models as some business person, to take inspiration from them and learn from them, like how they achieve big things by taking small little steps. So I always follow that kind of people, and I also achieve that. Uh, uh, Many people are taking big steps at first place rather than taking small steps. So yeah, thank you.
Now we can take our online guest also. So yes. Master Krunal for the next topic. Yes. So your topic would be, what is the most defining moments of your life thus far?
Thank you, table topic master, for this wonderful topic. What is the most defining moment of my life? Well, to be honest, it is very difficult to narrate one moment when you have already cut the cake of 43 years old, right? But anyway, since the question was asked that I have to define only one moment, right? Or am I allowed to specify moments? Well, then I need 2 to 3 hours then. Okay, the most defining moment in my life, of course, one of them is marriage. Yes, you are laughing, but yes, it is. In my career perspective, I would say the most defining moment was 27th February 2002. You know what happened on that day? Any guess? No, I am talking about career. No. I got my first job. No. Well, let me, with respect to the time, I got fired from my job. Yes, I was terminated. And I would say that is the best thing happened in my life. Sometimes we crib about the things happened in in our life immediately, but I personally experienced that you need 5 years of time to understand why that happened. So when I look back in my journey, I feel that that was the most defining moment of my life when I got fired from my job. Thank you, and over to you, team. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Now we can take our is our online guest, uh, guest Sonu Sharma. Sonu Sharma is also guest, no? Yes, guest Sonu Sharma. Am I audible to you? But
Yes,
you
sir,
are
you
on
are
mute, I
audible.
think. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I got it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So, your topic would be, what do you love most about yourself? Am I audible?
Well, yes, yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes. You can.
Sir,
You can start.
I love myself, first of all, because whenever I wake up in the morning, I watch myself in the mirror and say, "Hi, Sonu, how are you?" And then I thank to God that I am alive, I am taking breath, and then I see that how I had making myself a good person, and how can I improve myself to make others' life better. This is what I like about myself very, very deeply, and I always want that I should always think towards the positivity. For that, I every day I practice gratitude, reading books. This is the treasure of my life, and also, and I love to read many books. Among them, I have read a magic book, and that is the life-changing book. I want that everyone should read that book, and this ultimately change your self-image and self-belief towards your life. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Sonu Sharma. Now we can move forward to our members only. We can move with Toastmaster Kuldeep for our next topic. Your topic would be, what is your number one goal for the next 6 months?
Hello everyone. What is my number one goal for the next 6 months? Some would say to grow hair, but that is not possible. All right. The next best goal after that is I would like to be the best version of myself, more or less. That is part of the reason why I'm here. I try to work out in the mornings. It's not going very well. I'm trying to become professionally competent, be the best I can be at my job, and also to meet friends. And at this point in my life, they say that after 30 you can't really make friends anymore, you make contacts. I don't know if that's the case, but it's certainly turning out that way. So I have started to backtrack, reaching out to old friends from my early 20s and reaching out to my old friends from my early 20s and reigniting those friendships. And that has been going really well. I've made friends again with the same people that I used to be friends with, picked it up exactly where I left off. And another thing is that to give time to my family. My parents are getting old. They're not as young as they ought to be, despite what my father thinks. His dialogue is that I may be 60, but at heart I'm 16. So I guess that is. So sometimes I feel that yes, I'm competing with a younger man in the house, but that is not the case. And yes, basically my main goal right now is to be the best version of myself in every aspect possible, and that is why I'm here at Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kuldeep. Now we will take one of our versatile speaker of our Toastmaster Vadodara Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Kirit, for our next topic. Sir, your topic would be what money can't buy.
Money can buy. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a big question all the time, what money can buy. And I see a lot of youngsters here, and they'll be very eager to know what money can buy. From my experience, I am already crossing 70 years now, and I can say that money is important at certain stage of life, for sure. When you are settling down, when you are having a family, or when you are having some responsibility to take, money is important. But remember that money grows as you grow also, by your hard work, etc. It reaches a limit where you must stop thinking about money, because that is where everybody fails, because they want to accumulate more and more and they want to buy pleasure. See, the one thing you must remember, that things do not give you pleasure. Materialistic things do not give you pleasure. They give you pleasure which is momentary. It will go away always. You buy a new car. I was very fond of car, and when I bought first Lexus, and I was so overjoyed. A beautiful car, but that lasted for 2 months. After 2 months, the same car did not give me any pleasure because it was completely same. Then you try to aspire for something else. That is when exactly I realized that there is a stage where money loses its importance. So money is important. Give it important as long as you need it. If you want to further carry on the money making events, your pleasure of life will be lost. Pleasure of the life is in the very, very small things. Coming to Toastmaster meeting at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, Toastmaster Gitanjali is discovering the pleasure. What is there to be pleased about? The pleasures lies in small moments of happiness. Give it importance what is due to it. Don't overdo it. That's my advice to all youngsters and all the middle-aged people. Thank you.
With this excellent speech, now we are ending this table topic session. Now I am handovering this podium to Toastmaster of the day. Okay, now I'm calling timer to share timing report.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Bishwajit. The most amazing part of timing table topic speakers is that the follow of the speech before 1 minute. And as soon as I saw the green card, it changes. For someone, they are going smoothly till 55 seconds. But as soon as I saw the green card, they say thank you and that's over. So for today, all the guests as well as Toastmasters have been qualified. Thank you. Next, please.
Now with this timing report, I am meeting general evaluator. Toastmaster Nikhil. To share it.
I would like to request, now it is the time after completion of the table topic session. It is time for voting the best table topic speaker of the day. So I would like to request Master to initiate the poll for best table topic speaker of the day. And it is over to you, Master.
Good morning, all. So since morning we are keep talking, and it's like 3 part of our meeting. Even Toastmaster of the day explained 3 stats. So this is the third section of our meeting, and it also has the 3 section. Like we will go with the evaluation of the prepared speeches. Then we will have an evaluation of the table topic speakers, and at the last we will have a report of our tech teams. So this is how we are going to moving forward in our third section about the evaluation. Though this is the different venue as usual, we can see the different arrangement also. So let me start with a beautiful story. In certainly 200 years ago, there is also same kind of the classroom. It was happening, and all teachers, school teachers, asked the question that if we are in Baroda and if you want to go to Mumbai, which are the element that is very important to reach over there? At that time,
they raise their hand because obviously the quick answer is giving more rewards. So everybody says it's speed. We need a speed to reach to Mumbai. While there was a one student raised his hand and he says, we need to consider a direction because direction is the very important element to reach any of the certain destination. And that student, he was the Narendra Nath Datta. We all says Swami Vivekananda. And that's the purpose of the third section. We need to get direction from our evaluators. Like whether we are moving in our Toastmaster journey in the right direction, which are the fine tune that we need to do. So let's start with our evaluation section with our first evaluator, Toastmaster Sanchita, who is going to give his feedback for the speech of Toastmaster Ashish. Let's welcome Toastmaster Sanchita.
Good morning, everyone. There are times when we are sad. We think that we have lost everything. At that time, I would recommend you watch TM Ashish's speech today. It will make you realize how blessed you are. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, and especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Ashish, congratulations for a brilliant speech. To start with, the title was very nicely chosen, Attitude of Gratitude. It gave us a glimpse of what the speech was all about, but we had to come forward and look to the speech to understand the basis of this thought. The speech had a good beginning, a body, and a conclusion. It was a well-organized speech. You nicely walked across the stage to deliver your points. The speech also emphasized on how being gratitude enhances our lives personally. You added a story which very clearly language identified the importance of gratitude. How can you improve your speech? The first part is when you ask a question to the audience. That is, how many of you are grateful for being for your prizes today? There you need to wait. You can include audience participation. You can ask them, encourage them to raise their hands. When you encourage audience participation, they get more involved in your speech. Secondly, there were many places in the speech where you gave points. For example, being grateful brings what? It gives better relationships. It makes us satisfied. So at that time, use your fingers. What are the benefits of being grateful? It creates good relationships. It gives us satisfaction. It motivates us, and so on and so forth. Then you also made sure you had eye contact with everyone. Your last speech suggestion or feedback was to include body language. I love the way you moved your hands across when you were giving your points. That showed confidence, that showed preparation. To summarize, you had a brilliant speech, very good content, good stage coverage, and very nice eye contact. Just keep the suggestions in mind and it will be a brilliant speech. Over to you, Ji.
So let's move with our second evaluator. I would say our versatile Toastmaster Gitanjali. Let's welcome.
Everyone has announced me, whether it is Prunal sir or Kirit sir and Nikhil. I am enhanced, totally enhanced. Good afternoon to each one of you. First of all, my heartfelt congratulations to you for presenting. To you means Toastmaster Ashish Venugopal for presenting such a wonderful speech. It needs great courage to break through all the ice walls of fear and nervousness and come out boldly from that. You stood courageously in front of a group of people and presented yourself as who is Ashish. Kudos to you for your courage. Your speech title, Who? Me? Created great enthusiasm among the audience. The listener loved your speech title because it was very different. in front is when you fulfill your speech objectives. I consider you as a champion because you are state level champion, and again you have went level to compete some maths competition. Well done. Opening of your speech was with the quote of Greek philosopher. God's speech has opening, body, and conclusion. Thus I feel it was a complete speech. You have good command over language, you are contained and facial justice. Within a short span of time, to reveal yourself in your best manner. You have not used notes, that is also one more plus point for you. But being your evaluator, give you some positive for your further enhancement. Firstly, try to use stage. You talked about your different level of stages of your life. So at the childhood, you can use this side. And for the adult college life, you could have used this side. This way you could your life circle. Secondly, establish good eye contact with the audience for greater impact and to mesmerize the audience. Thirdly, control your speed. You jump too fast. Many times, audience missed your valuable thoughts. You could not catch those things. I believe there is a versatile speaker sleeping inside you, just needed to awaken it. And for this, go back to the drawing board and sharpen your skills. For better performance, just keep my recommendation in mind. All the best, Toastmaster Ashish, and I believe in coming future, you will prove yourself as one of the best speakers. Thank you.
Again, the third evaluator, we have a Toastmaster Barun who is going to give his feedback about speech of Toastmaster Mona. Let's welcome Toastmaster Barun.
I'd like to know whether Mona is online. She's fine. Very good afternoon to the audience. Well, and I congratulate Toastmaster Mona for starting the journey. As Toastmaster Nikhil very rightly said that direction is very important than speed. And Mona, you are in the correct direction, first of all. But there are certain very strong points I would like to mention is that you seemed very confident, calm when you were speaking, when you were giving your speech. So you were very calm, you were very quiet. The pronunciation that you had was really nice. Well, but I would love to tell some recommendations, some feedback about you that I saw you using notes. So probably having notes is okay because it is your first speech, but reading the notes would be something which you should try to avoid in your next speech. So reading notes is something which you should avoid. Apart from that, I thought judging and giving feedback and online audience is a speaker is very difficult. I could not get many things, and so the next feedback is try to be online if you can, offline if you can, so that you miss a lot of things. You half of the things are gone. You cannot use this stage. You cannot use your eye contact. So many things are there. So overall, it's a very good speech, and I would like to see, like to hear from you more. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, so we are at the third section. We at part one of the third section. So now moving forward for the second part of this section, evaluation section, and we have a our tech is going to. Oh yeah. Okay. So we have our tech team. So first our counter Toastmaster Kirit sir will present his report about the prepared speeches and the camera topic.
Voting for
Time for you. Yeah. Okay. Yes, our timer Toastmaster group is present the timer report for the video evaluators, and then we'll have a voting also for the best evaluator. Toastmaster group.
Thank you, G. For today's evolution, Toastmasters will have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So stay qualified. Generally, my what is next? For a limited time. And TM Varun took the little bit less than the exam qualification. So only TM is qualified.
Voting. We have a table topic. Toastmaster Santosh, who is going to share his thoughts and his views about all our table topics. Table topic speakers.
Not say it is morning and dismiss it with the yesterday. See it for the first time as a newborn child that has known it. During the period of master's material test, we are playing the role of table topic evaluator. So everyone came on as spoke as a guest. It's not like it's been your first attempt, you failed. You can still try, be a member and improve yourself. You can have an example like Toastmaster K, Toastmaster and they can be. Moving ahead with evaluation round. First, I would like to suggest our Toastmaster table topic master, Sujit. So you should start greeting the audience. You should shake hands with the speaker who is on the dais. Take the name of topic and his name, then again name and then topic. That way you can start with the table topic master. And for the audience, for your benefits, if you get the topic, you can wait for 30 seconds or less than that, and then so that it will help you to organize your thought. Because when you come on as you see for first time for the audience, you get disturbed within yourself, then you may not speak in an organized manner. Whatever comes to your mind, you will just go on the flow. So that's my suggestion. To start with Toastmaster Tarun, like his topic was something like attempt and failure. He very well related to the audience. There was opening with his personal experience and connecting those personal experience of first time attempt and failure to the conclusion. Where he concluded very well for his fitness, and that was like whenever you come on the stage, like as a table topic speech. So it's like very short. In that speech, you can connect with your personal experience to the audience. That's how it's like you need not to prepare any speech. So it's personal experience that you can connect with the audience. That's very well part of suggestion like you can have a better eye contact, look confidence by using the stage as goal. Second was Hari still as our guest I think 4 or 5 times, and he has improved a lot that I can see. His topic was live taught recently. He very well opened his speech using his personal experience when he was in Toastmaster, suggested by Tarun, that he used to connect to the audience for their benefits and how he has improved himself. Our suggestion would be you should be a member of our Toastmaster. Moving ahead, guest question. His topic was to change about world. I really
appreciate it was your first time you came on dais, and I really appreciate the body language and eye contact. You had very confident body language and eye contact with the audience. The only thing, like as suggested by our Sergeant Arms, should not talk about sex, politics, and religion because that affects our session and as a Toastmaster. You very well connected. You started your speech with education as benefits for the people and how that can help to grow our world. So that was very real connection of your personal experience thoughts with the topic. Next, guest Dulkesh. His topic was where do you find inspiration? So yes, like we really started with his personal experience of career and how he see his role model in businessman and how just with small steps can help us achieve our goals in life. That's really very true because I also read many books. So if you try to jump on with big steps, that will affect your life. So start with the small steps that will really connect your dots of what you want to achieve in your life. My suggestion would be like, as it was your first time in blank, it's okay. There's no harm or any. You should not take it negative. It was okay like you plan, but the suggestion like just don't say take 3 seconds and get with your thoughts. Toastmaster Kunal is one of my top panels for to achieve myself as Toastmaster. That's what I see. So his opening was very good. Like he started with the personal experience of cutting cake. Then he directed audience asking questions like what was that he started with the date. Now he connected his personal experience of questions connecting audience and his own thought with the audience. I don't have any suggestion. I'm learning from him. Guest Sonu Sharma. So she's on. Yeah. Her topic was what do you love most about yourself? Very well connected. Very well connecting her topic with the audience, like starting with the experience, like how she gets up in the morning, see herself in the mirror, and how what she thinks positively about herself, like reading books, and how she can make herself better in life. Next is Kuldeep. Very well, she narrated all number of goals, detailed audience. Only suggestion would be like you have a good opening, body, and conclusion, and have a good eye contact with the audience. Last is Toastmaster Clip. He's also one of my favorite to be a better speaker on stage. No suggestion. Only thing like he started with like there was good opening, body, and conclusion, connecting his personal experience to the audience. So that's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So now we are in the report of the our tech team. So sir, now it's your turn. It's always pleasure to you here to learn something new from everyone.
Good afternoon again. I tend to evaluate, so I would restrain myself to evaluate today and only stick to the high conference. Today we had versatile speakers on the stage, so we had very less output as such. I would just say that two Ashish, both Ashish had a big pose after starting the speech. They had a beautiful opening, but there was a big pose. And of course, if you practice, it can yeah. Toastmaster Mona, of course, was online, so we could not hear her voice. And what Varun rightly said that it is better that first speeches are always offline. It is very difficult to judge. Right? Then Toastmaster debate topic speakers were all more or less quiet. You must have experienced a lot of different types of speaking. It is a national of Toastmaster meeting where you see different ways people express themselves. You could see Kunal differently, you could see Dhruv differently. So that is how we learn. So today's debate topic may only the two things. One, Toastmaster Hari. He has a tendency to speak so. And I think there were 5 or 6 times he said so. Durgesh, of course, had a big pose, but it is the first time in the post of I can understand. And he had a lot of was between, but they also understand it because it was the first time. But Sonu, Kuldeep, etc. were of course nil. Toastmaster Mona, because of the technical reasons, he could not speak. I also say that go back to the drawing boards to see that next time you don't have this. Next time I am going to give the speech, so I am more. like this thing is the speaker, and I'm not going to perform. So that's all, and there are a lot of tests or uses of grammar, which of course will take care. I'll avoid. Thank you.
Okay, so let's welcome Toastmaster Kunal for the grammar report. Pizza lovers, please raise your hand. So which particular brand, like Domino's, Lapinos? Lapinos. Any specific flavor of Lapinos?
Seven cheese.
Cheesy seven. Cheesy seven is a big hit. In fact, Domino's was also worried about, and they have also launched a similar brand, right? Any thought that why Cheesy seven was so popular? Is and the cheese. That's all. No ingredient, nothing, right? So if I relate that Cheesy seven with my report of grammarian, using the simple language with the simple yourself of memorizing the jargons, English jargon to use. Today, my role as a grammarian was very easy because there are many cheesy seven kind of speakers in our meeting. Our TM was Pradeep, Ashish J and Ashish B. And I'm very upset with Toastmaster Sanchita, Vitanjali, Kirit sir, and Kuldeep. Because they always left grammarian in the starvation. Never find anything in this, when they are on the stage. So it is, in a way, it is very good for a grammarian. He can relax. But a small suggestion to Toastmaster Pradeep and Toastmaster Biswajit on pronunciation of a difficult word. Sometimes what happens that you pronounce the word without practice, it may happen that you miss a right pronunciation. Otherwise, your speech was absolute hit, a simple usage of English word with a simple yeah. It reminds me of a quote from Leonardo da Vinci that says that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Don't have to bother about anything else. Some good usage of the English usage in this meeting today. Definite pursuit of happiness. On the flip side, this puts everything into the right perspective. Some good usage of the quote that the most difficult thing in the world is to know yourself. And even most difficult is to speak about it. Amazing, I like that. Then some scope for the improvement if we talk about prior to start. It is better if we mention before we start or before the start. It's really been difficult. We should mention that it is very difficult. Using these peoples, sometimes people don't S everywhere. We are keep talking. It is better that we should mention we are talking or we have been talking. Then we have or TM Baru. It is better that we should mention that we have TM Baru. Word of the day was used by Ashish, Nikhil, and Gitanjali madam. The phrase of the day was used by Ashish, Venugopal, Toastmasters Biswajit, although not in the right spirit, but yes, he used Toastmaster Gitanjali and Toastmaster. Thank you, and over to you. Yeah. Okay. So finally, we are at the last section, last part about the children. So today I'm going to share my thoughts about today's meeting. We started little late, I said 2-3 minutes, and
I would say our meeting starting was something like the table topics, handling or the team track. So in the first few minutes, we know we could not have proper audio. Even we could not able to watch the small clip. I will request Mr. President to send the link in our guest group as well as our members group, so we can have that message. And then once we start our journey from the first part, second part, and third part, it was super. It was amazing. And I would like to conclude my report about the today's topics. I hope everybody will take something once we get out, because we have spent, like Drew started, time is priceless, right? We spent 2 hours of our Sunday morning. So it was good to have something that we can learn and we can get some values out of this course. So as a general level, it was really nice. So our speakers, there are 2 things which I would like to share over here. A single meeting, we have 2 icebreakers, is very rarely happen, and we have AHA counter and grammar TM Kirit and TM Kruna. I have seen first time both of them in this particular course. So let's have a big round of applause. The small things I would like to repeat over here, like definitely gratitude is the attitude, which is the kind of the most inspirational speech from the Asis chair. Asis, I really like to know yourself. Like to speak about yourself is more difficult than to know yourself. So I hope the guests might now feel that experience when they are in this status. TM Mona, I will like to appreciate you, though you are in Ahmedabad, but mostly she is joining as an online member. And today it was really nice your icebreaker speech. We have obviously TM Sanchita, TM Gitanjali, and TM Varun. We have great evaluators. So that's really helped us to improve ourselves. At the last, about the table topic. TM Viswajit, I remember every time he is finding very completely new topics and kind of the very general topic which relate everyone. So I really appreciate Toastmaster Viswajit, all the evaluators, all the speakers. They did really good job to share their thoughts about the immediately getting the topic. We have the last general evaluation round, as I told. Toastmaster Santosh, Toastmaster Kirit sir, and everybody just said their best to learn more. At the end, there are few things that as an EXCOM we need to take care about the audio, about the timing. Still today we are running almost 10 minutes late. Ideally, my speech should come at the 10:50, sorry, 12:50, but it's 12:25. We will take care in the next time. Don't take much time. I would like to conclude my report and hand over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. For that session. Now it is the time to conclude the theme of today. So right now, whatever I told, there are 3 factors that are deciding factors for your step. Focus and what? Third one is polarization. The second one is what? First one is what? Third one is polarization. How to work on this? How these tricks are affecting our step. I want to show you facts. Are you ready? You want to see whatever I tell you. Another, you have to wait. We are all are adults. Adults are learning.
So I want to take you into the energized state. I want to take you all in the energized state. So I would like to request you all, please stand. Both your body weight is balanced on both legs, right? And you stand, your shoulders are wide. Okay. Whatever I will going to tell you, you have to talk that with incantations, with feelings. Don't hesitate to say what I am asking you, right? You have to use your body language, you have to use your tonality also, you have to use your energy. As the stage. And how much is, I will show you. So start to talk, and you can start first. Everybody can stretch his body. Everybody, we have to go in that energized state, right? So the first thing we have free your hands, don't hold hand back, right? Like this. So this is the body language. Now everybody can feel confidence inside. You have changed your body language. Now the second thing. Let us please repeat with me, and please repeat with all energy, with lot of incantations. Right now, okay? So say with me. I am a confident person. I am a energetic person. I am a young person. I am a healthy person. I am a resilient person. I am a powerful master. I am a powerful person. How I am a powerful Toastmaster. I am an energetic person. I am a powerful. Please do not hesitate. I am a powerful Toastmaster. I am a young person. Now we are going in confidence or energetic state, right? We have to go in grateful feeling of gratitude. So what should be our language in order to feel gratitude? So without changing your body language, please repeat again with me. I am thankful for my eyes. I am thankful for my eyes. I am thankful for my hands. I am thankful for my hands. I can do lot of activity with my hands. I can see this world with my eyes. I can see this world with my eyes. I am thankful for my heart. I am thankful for my heart. My legs. I am thankful for my legs. I am thankful for VTM Club. I am thankful for me. I am thankful for Toastmaster. I am thankful for Toastmaster Kunal. I am thankful. In order to feel confidence, we have to do a lot of things in the body. We have to control our body language. We have to control our focus. All that things we have to do. Because we are doing all that things unconsciously. All that will come unconsciously. The speaker, the best speaker who is coming here and ready. What that person is doing. Conscious control of that, those things. And you can change yourself from unresourceful state to the resourceful state. And I hope I convey my message with my team. Thank you, and it's over to you, President of the
like to bring in an analogy. You all might have been on a roller coaster. It started with the nervous and anxiety feeling that we have. So our meeting started with nervous anxiety. As soon as the roller coaster ride started, you can feel the energy, how we ended the meeting. So kudos to Toastmasters. We all have our ups and downs. We are going through our current moment. We are facing some issues, and hopefully, gradually, we will be more towards the positive and successful side. As a stubborn Toastmaster or a stubborn president, I won't leave this meeting without sharing my message because I won't sleep well tonight. I will share that message with you all. So 5 minutes of your time because the certificates are also getting ready. We can utilize those time, and in those minutes, the proverb was that absence make our heart grow more fonder. So it's a proverb. Even an English laureate, if I would call him, he or she would be able to answer it rightly. He is a goat that is greatest of all time. He asked first time that I couldn't understand what the proverb was. He's standing in front of a huge crowd, it would be in thousands. And we are standing here in front of, I guess, 40 or 50 people. We might feel embarrassed. He might also felt it like that. He asked it once, he asked it again. The interviewer, he again said the same proverb, and he used his humility, its unique quality, that is humbleness, to turn that question into its sense of orator. You might have noticed, in the second time, he just laughed. That at absence, I was blacked out. I couldn't understand the words which followed after that. The crowd rose to their feet and they gave a huge round of applause. It was an embarrassing moment. Still, he was able to do his oratory skill and connect with the audience. Second time, he again couldn't understand it, and the interviewer changed the tone. He asked the question in sort of English language, the word a lucid language that we all can understand. And now he took that opportunity and said that I am not good at English. That is, he accepted, despite being greatest of all time, accepted that he is not good at English, and that humble, polite nature again rose the audience, and they gave a huge round of applause and they laughed and smiled alongside. The message that I want to share with you is that we are doing great, or we are doing amazing at our professional life. That we are like him, we might be doing amazing at our professional life as well. And we are here to hone our public speaking skill. We are trying to improve on how to deliver good message, good speech. But at the same time, be a versatile speaker. Don't shy away to show your uniqueness. Just like him, he showed his humility as a way to be a good orator. He used his smile to be as a good orator, to connect with people. He used his humor to connect with people. And in a similar way, we shouldn't shadow or basically our end of speaking something or learning something new. We shouldn't shadow our unique quality. So that was an important message when I was going through the video. He was also appreciated by founder and CEO, current CEO of Marico, that his humility, his humility shows how a great personality is. So whenever you are here, try to be cognizant that you are not shadowing your own uniqueness. If you have vocal variety, use it. It won't be an issue. If you have a good smile, use it. If you have humility, you are polite, use it. So that was the message, and it comes from greatest of all. None other project. So with this, the last section, which is a sense of appreciation, the role players, the speakers who did their best to perform today. So I would like to Let's start with best prepared speaker of the day. And it goes to any guesses? Ashish. Physically, you are on the right track. Ashish was already there on the screen, and it is Ashish Chan. Best evaluator. So the other two evaluators, they might have surrendered in sense of but still, it goes to best table topic speaker. It was a tight decision to be made, and it goes to Kuldeep. Might have noticed that it was a table topic session for him as well. Like Roger Federer. Person, we always have this, they have to speak spontaneously. So don't shy away from it. It's inevitable. You might come across it anytime soon. And this role player of the day, none other than Toastmaster Pradeep. Role player, that is the supporting role player of the day. We had experienced bench to say, like two of the experienced Toastmasters, but the award goes to Toastmaster group. The teacher of both the veteran, they might have a background of the voting. We don't know if the background, it might be a biased voting as well, but who knows. So with this, I would like to end this meeting, even though we have overshooted for 2 minutes. And thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for the patience of online members and guests. It might have been a bumpy ride, but journey with a bump, I guess it would lead to a more successful ride. So hoping for more enjoyable and fun-filled meetings here on.